So Jackie, we've come to see some amazing animals and wildlife. Snakes, owls, eagles. No, where actually are we right now?
We are actually visiting my brand new, freshly made nephew, who's called Zach.
Oh my goodness. Look how small he is. This is Tracy, my sister.
Hello.
And that strange creature is an actual human baby. Very unusual for me. He's hardly a baby snake. But he's not a bad lad. Look at that. A real human baby. Enjoy the rest of the video. Hello, welcome to this week's vlog, and my goodness, what a week it has been. Wow, absolutely flat out. Now, it's kind of been science week at a lot of the schools, and I've been all over the country this week, and it sounds daft, but I've had to work all day in every school apart from today. And you think, well, Dave, we all have to work all day. Quite luckily, in some ways, we've got the run up to our openings at the Falconry Centre through April and the summer and onward. And I've been quite fortunate that I've managed to do quite a lot of my school visits in the mornings, thus freeing up the time in the afternoons to crack on with work that needs doing at the Falconry Centre. You know, buildings and renovations, which you've seen on these vlogs. When you're in a school all day and you've travelled maybe an hour or two to get there, the problem you get is it's really difficult then to do anything else that day. So by the time I've drove home, repatriated the birds and animals at the Falconry Centre and the reptile room, once you're back on that computer keeping up with the paperwork side of things, I'm not getting anything done at the Falconry Centre. But today, yes I am. I'm actually in a regular school in Luton today, Summary's infant school. Probably my best school when it comes to volume of work for sure, and probably, I must say, one of the most immaculate run schools I go to, and I go to a lot of schools. So Luton this morning, and then to Wix's to get materials, and back up to the Falconry Centre. So what's been going on this week? Well, the boys have ended the falconry season. It's pretty much the end of the falconry season at the end of February here in the UK for most falconers. So the hawks are resting. Zeus is back at the Falconry Centre for everyone to see and to chill out. And Tommy's Harris hawk, he's resting in an aviary for the summer. He'll just chill out and relax. And those birds will molt, grow their new feathers for the summer, and they'll have a fine set of feathers again, all ready for next year. Both birds ended their season immaculate because the falconers flying them are top notch. And what else? So, Norma the hedgehog. Norma the hedgehog, she's now almost in her enclosure at the Falconry Centre in the UK menagerie. She is still in a back room being heated. It's cold at night, and I don't want it to get too cold. It can send them into hibernation. So she's there, and she'll soon be on display for all to see, but not quite yet. The fox is doing great, Roxy's doing great, the rats are doing great. In fact, I've got a rat on board today, old Neil with one eye. What else has been going on? So, you know the roofs are done. You know the menagerie area is almost there. It's really close now. Hopefully Tommy's going to get me some wood chips to make a path around it for the opening. Oh, big news. So really, I've had this full-on week where really and truly I need to be spending the whole weekend at the Falconry Centre really making up for lost time, but I'm not going to be. Jackie and I are heading on a road trip down towards Stonehenge, not for any pagan rituals or any such thing. I don't even know if they were pagans. Anyway, we're heading down there this weekend to see a really good friend of mine, someone that's absolutely obsessed by really British and European reptile and amphibian life, and we're going to collect a pair of snakes that really are Britain's rarest reptiles. So I'll keep you on the vlog up to date with that. But Britain's rarest reptiles, what a cool thing to have when we're talking conservation of reptiles and amphibians on our summer opening. So of course they're not wild caught, they're actually captive bred, sourced in Europe, because in other parts of the world these things aren't quite as rare. But in Britain, a super rare reptile indeed. So check out the rest of the vlog. Hopefully, fingers crossed, you're going to get to see something that most of us will never see wild in our lives. Enjoy the rest of the video. Look at this rather cool toadstool that's popped up from the coir in one of the reptile enclosures. They only last a day. Look at the beauty of that though. The coir's from somewhere like Sri Lanka, I believe, so gorgeous. Very, very inquisitive creatures. Even the sounds of things get her interest. Anything new. Smells on my fingers, which consist of rats and toads right now. I'm not quite sure whether my fingers are going to be okay. What do you think, Roxy? What do you think? Yummy? Are you sneaking off? Where are you off to? Hee Roxy. Psh, 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 psh. Psh, 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 psh. What is it? What's this? Good girl. Good girl. Whew, first job, digging for worms. So the great crested newt babies that we bred here from our captive bred stock last year, they're doing great. There's some lunch for those, as well as one of our fish, and also the parent pair of great crested newts that are now in the breeding tank breeding again this year. I'll see if I can see them and show you some footage in a little while. So very much work in progress, but coming along slowly but surely, hopefully getting me to the point they can be on display if nothing else. Lots of work to do inside the aquariums just to make them look more natural, so more plants and such like in there. At least they're up and running. Are we focusing there? No, we're not. At least they're up and running. I'll keep you posted as they're finished and ready for sure. if you watch this channel because you're a falconer and you fly a variety of birds, and including, or maybe especially, the Harris's hawk, don't dismay. Lots of videos in here. A couple of them, one of them really urgently I want to get out to you guys. It's something that's going on in falconry that we all need to be aware of for sure, and bear with, just as soon as we get the openings out of the way and all the work this is entailing over the whole winter really, there'll be plenty more falconry videos, including those specialising in Harris's hawks. Bear with me because the first one is important and it's something you all need to know about and get on board with. So keep watching the vlogs, keep watching the videos, and you falconers, properly, I'll catch up with you guys soon. Do not worry or fret, because that's what I nearly said. Enjoy the rest of this video for now. What now, Jackie? So, we're off on our expedition to get, turn right enough, we're off on our expedition to get these super rare reptiles, and we've just passed by Stonehenge, and it's the first day of spring tomorrow, so the gathering started for quite a few, I don't know if this is not politically correct, but hippies and new age travellers, lots of people gathering, and thanks to a lovely gentleman whose name I didn't get, rather than pay a fortune to go around a visitor centre, look at all the theories and the museum aspect of it, we just wanted to go into the English countryside, see one of the wonders of the world, which is actually in the country we live in, and have a look round. Google led us to somewhere free to park, and a gentleman told us exactly where we could go, exactly where we could walk our dogs, and we were literally 6 inches away from a sheep net fence from the people that had paid a fortune to get in. So if you do your research, get a bit of inside knowledge, there still are places to go in England that cost you nothing, where you can actually admire some natural beauty. Absolutely fascinating. We're travelling now through Salisbury Plain, and if you're a falconer, you would know this place is steeped in history. Rook hawking mecca of the world once upon a time, and onward we go. There's a pub lunch waiting, a cold pint I hope, and tomorrow we're going to get those reptiles. Enjoy the rest of the video.
devil's coat for?
No, look at this. Something really rare in the UK. We're on chalkland soil down in the sort of Wiltshire area. Something I've not seen in the wild since living in Spain. This big fat juicy creature is an oil beetle, and it has the most fantastic lifestyle you wouldn't believe. There's another one, look at that. Let's have a look. Busy old traffic. Fish it out and make oil, put oil on your... Oh, stinging that stuff.
Look at it.
Let's have a look.
That's it.
Get out of the sun then, Jack.
Oh, so sorry.
Look at that. Huge beetle, oil beetle, because if you upset them you get all the oily substance all over you.
There's another one up there.
A really, really fascinating lifestyle. Life cycle, third time lucky.
Look, sorry, but they're absolutely dotted everywhere.
Absolutely
Look,
everywhere.
two
Let's
here.
put this girl back here.
There's two here.
Goodbye.
1 and 2. Very
Yes.
blue colour.
Look at
You
that.
see the blue on the antennae?
Yeah, look at it munching away on that young nettle leaf.
There's another one up there.
Ridiculous.
Right at the back there.
Wow.
They're dotted everywhere.
These things are really, really localised in the UK. A very busy road, but look at that. What a find.
See that one
Look
chewing?
at it. It's munching away at that leaf, isn't it? Let's have a look. Where are you? Put it off its breakfast now.
I know, I did have to give it a bit of a poke. Oh, sorry.
Jackie the wildlife mauler. Oh well, back to breakfast for that. Look at that. In a little quiet tiny village, but on a roadside verge. So it just so shows a roadside verge really can be an area for wildlife indeed. Oil beetles in the UK. Here's a couple more. Oh, they were both playing dead, and you can see some of the oil on my hands. Are they not just a magnificent insect? They do turn up in Northamptonshire from time to time. I've never seen one. Let's pop these guys back. And there she goes. And here they are, Britain's rarest land reptile, smooth snakes. An adult breeding pair. Now these snakes are very, very small. Trying to get some footage in the sunshine. A little bit nondescript. Unlike our adders and grass snakes that have keeled scales, the smooth snake's scales are indeed smooth. And to give you some idea of size, this is the kind of size we're talking about. They will grow bigger. These are adults. They do grow a little bit bigger, but they're not a big snake. And in the wild, these things are imprinted on lizards. That's their food source. So getting these guys onto the pinky mice that they're now feeding on is very tricky for anyone that breeds the tiny youngsters, because there's not many reptile enthusiasts that want to feed chopped up lizard to baby snakes to get them started, but incredibly tough to rear until they're eating a more easily available food like frozen thawed pinky mice. The smooth snake, the quest has ended, all topped off by finding, excuse the traffic, a whole area jam-packed with oil beetles here in the UK. What a trip. What a beautiful part of Britain. Massive thanks to Andrew Grimm, breeder of many European and British reptiles, for supplying these amazing snakes. Tranquil village, busiest road in the whole world. Can you actually believe it? Beautiful, beautiful. Crying out loud. Didn't think it had a latch on it. Oh wow, that is so cool. There they are.
Oh yeah, they're fishy, aren't they?
So, first off, if you're not a fisherman, take a look at this. This is a classic. These things were the first plastic fishing boxes ever invented. We used wooden plywood things that everyone made in their shed. If you're a fisherman, you'll know what I'm talking about for sure. Have a look in here. Kyle and Tommy got us lots of rudd today for the pond, so we're going to tip them in. Look at all them. I said half a dozen. There's at least half a dozen. Let's watch them go. Nice pond water they came in. Look at that, yuck. Yuck, look at them, loads of them. A whole pond full of fish. There's nothing else in there. It's no good for amphibians really because it's raised. So we're going to put some natural British fish in there. Certainly a fish that many fishermen will know of, the rudd. Doesn't need to be large because rudd, like perch, stunt to the size of the pond they're in. So a rudd can get this kind of size, but those ones there, this size, they'll be actually breeding age because they came from a similar, relatively small water body. Look at that. Keep watching. This is the aquarium stand. It's very heavy. It took a bit of working out the best way to move it because it's got to go about 1/4 of a mile, I think. I used to work for one of the royal family.
I used to work for one of the royal family.